How to communicate naturally in the U.S. beyond hello and how are you? 2. Part 4. How to communicate naturally with Americans. Now that we've explored must-visit places in the U.S., let's talk about something just as important: how to communicate effectively with Americans. Even if you don't speak perfect English, there are simple communication habits that can help you connect with people, make a good impression, and have smoother conversations. Here's what you need to know. Greetings beyond hello and how are you? In the U.S., greetings are casual and friendly. But unlike in some cultures, greetings don't always mean the person wants a long conversation. Common greetings in the U.S. Hey, how's it going? What's up? How are you? How to respond. Good. How about you? Even if you're not feeling great, a simple good or not bad is expected. Not much, just working for what's up. Unlike in some cultures where how are you is a serious question, in the U.S., it's usually just a polite greeting. Most of the time, people aren't expecting a long answer. 2. Making small talk. Americans love small talk. It helps people feel comfortable before jumping into serious conversations. Common topics for small talk. The weather. It's such a nice day today. Did you see the game last night? Weekend plans, doing anything fun this weekend? Small talk is especially common in stores, workplaces, and social events. Even a short conversation can help build connections and make interactions smoother. 3. Using first names. In many cultures, people use titles like Mr., Mrs., or Doctor when speaking formally, but in the U.S., most people use first names, even with bosses or older people. When to use first names? Meeting someone for the first time. Hi, I'm John. Talking to coworkers. Hey, Sarah, do you have a second? Casual social settings. Nice to meet you, Mike. However, if someone introduces themselves using their last name, like Dr. Smith or Professor Johnson, it's best to follow their lead. 4. Being direct but polite. Americans value direct communication. Unlike in some cultures where people use indirect language to be polite, Americans prefer clear and honest speech. Examples of direct communication. Instead of saying, "It would be nice if someone could open the window," an American would say, "Can you open the window?" Instead of saying, "I heard that maybe the deadline might be soon," an American would say, "When is the deadline?" Being direct doesn't mean being rude. It's just a cultural preference for clear and efficient communication. 5. Expressing opinions and saying no. In some cultures, people avoid saying no directly to be polite, but in the U.S., saying no is normal and expected. Examples of politely saying no. I'd love to, but I can't today. I appreciate it, but I have other plans. That's not really my thing, but thanks for inviting me. Americans respect honesty, so saying no politely is better than making an excuse or avoiding an answer. 6. Using humor in conversations. Americans love humor and often use jokes to make conversations fun. Types of humor in the U.S. Sarcasm. Saying the opposite of what you mean in a joking way. Example, "Oh great, another meeting. I'm so excited." This means they're not excited. Self-deprecating humor, joking about yourself. Example, "I tried cooking dinner last night. Let's just say my microwave did most of the work." Pop culture references. Talking about movies, TV shows, or sports. Example, "This meeting is so long it feels like a Lord of the Rings marathon." Using humor can make conversations more relaxed and friendly. Just make sure to avoid sensitive topics. 7. Tipping culture in the U.S. One important part of American communication is tipping in restaurants and service jobs. Where do you need to tip? Restaurants, 15-20% of the bill. Taxis and ride shares, 10-15%. Hair salons and barbers, 15–20%. Hotel housekeeping, $2–5 per night. In the U.S., tipping is expected because service workers rely on tips as part of their income. If you don't tip, it can be seen as rude or disrespectful. By understanding these key communication habits, you'll feel much more comfortable and confident when talking to Americans. Part 5. Conclusion and final thoughts. We've covered a lot in this video, from understanding American communication styles to common mistakes, small talk, and must-visit places in the U.S. Now let's wrap things up with some final thoughts to help you feel more comfortable and confident when communicating in the U.S. 1 Key takeaways. Here are the most important things to remember when talking to Americans. Use first names. Unlike some cultures, Americans prefer casual interactions and often introduce themselves with just their first name. Make small talk. Simple topics like the weather, sports, or weekend plans help build connections. Maintain eye contact. Looking someone in the eye for a few seconds shows confidence and engagement. Be direct and clear. Americans appreciate straightforward communication, but always with a polite tone. Don't be afraid to say no. It's normal to decline an invitation or request as long as you're polite. Tipping is expected. In restaurants, taxis, and salons, tipping is a cultural norm. Humor is common. Sarcasm, pop culture references, and light jokes are often part of daily conversations. By following these simple habits, you'll have better, smoother conversations and make a great impression in the U.S. 2. Why the U.S. is a unique place to visit. The United States is one of the most diverse countries in the world, not just in terms of geography, but also culture, language, and traditions. You can visit tropical beaches, snowy mountains, and modern skyscrapers all in one country. People from all backgrounds live together, making it a truly multicultural experience. Food is incredibly diverse. You can find authentic cuisine from almost every country in the world. Each state has its own unique personality. California is different from Texas, which is different from New York, and so on. Whether you're traveling for fun, studying, or working in the U.S., understanding American communication will help you make deeper connections and enjoy your time more. 3. Final encouragement. Remember, you don't need perfect English to communicate well. Confidence is more important than perfection. Making mistakes is part of the learning process. People will appreciate your effort no matter what. So don't be afraid to speak up, start conversations, and enjoy your time in the U.S. 4. Call to action. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more travel and language tips. And let me know in the comments, which U.S. city do you want to visit the most? That's it for today. Thanks for watching Smart English Start, and I'll see you in the next video.